Okay, this is an overview of the HEI ignition conversion for a 1984 Bronco 2. So this is the old electric feedback carburetor. Probably needs rebuilt, but I decided to go away from the electric feedback. This is the old distributor with the TFI module. And so what I did, let's see here, is put a new Motorcraft 2150 carburetor on here. I bought it on Amazon for about $100. As for this, I had to actually take and bend this plate here that holds the throttle cable forward slightly so that spring stayed engaged. I got a distributor from Rock Auto that came off of a 1979 Ford Pinto with the 2.8 liter, and it has both the vacuum advance and vacuum retard on it, which I hooked the advance to the port at the back there, which is the green line, and then the retard came to this port here. I've disconnected just about everything else, and because of this, I was able to eliminate the computer. So I went with the GM HEI module as opposed to the DuraSpark. Excuse the shoddy wiring. This was just to make it function for a minute. I grounded it to the body and to the negative cable. There are 3 wires that come off the back of this distributor here, and there's a wire that runs to each one of these, and there's a battery constant that runs to the key on for the coil here, which is this red ignition wire here. That pretty much makes it function the way that it's supposed to. I've noticed that with this, I have to run it about 10 degrees advanced on timing. It doesn't like it at top dead center. But for the most part, it does pretty well. I would say it's very important to get the GM heatsink igniter. That's what it's called if you look for it through O'Reilly. It's called a GM heatsink, or GM igniter heatsink, because that igniter gets very hot. And make sure you use the thermal compound when you hook it up. I've burned 2 of them out. One because it got too hot, and I tried to attach it to the metal here and see if that would work for dissipating the heat, but it didn't. The second one I hooked up to the igniter, and I actually it decided to burn out when I was adjusting the timing. I'm not sure why, but if you turn it off and then adjust your timing and turn it back on, it doesn't seem to make them break, but if you adjust it while it's running, it does. Though I've been running this one for a little over a week and it's been just fine. So anyways, if there are questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments.